For this video, I will be talking about Donkey Kong Country 3 Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, my favorite entry in the Super Nintendo's Donkey Kong Country trilogy. The premise of Donkey Kong Country 3 is that Donkey and Diddy Kong, the two heroes of the first Donkey Kong Country game, go missing in the Northern Hemisphere, and Diddy's girlfriend Dixie, returning from Donkey Kong Country 2, sets out to look for them. Dixie first meets with Wrinkly Kong, who saves the player's progress as in Donkey Kong Country 2, and then meets up with Funky Kong, who runs a vehicle rental shop in this game. At Funky's shop, Dixie meets up with her toddler cousin Kiddy Kong, who is stronger and heavier than her. The two cousins team up to look for Donkey and Diddy while using vehicles rented to them by Funky. During the search, Dixie and Kiddy have to fight a new organization of Kremlings, this time led by someone named Chaos. I will now talk about the gameplay. The play control is smooth, and Dixie and Kiddy are varied and fun to play in their own ways. Dixie can still use her helicopter spin, my favorite move in this game and in Donkey Kong Country 2, to slow her fall, and she moves more quickly than Kiddy. Meanwhile, Kiddy can throw barrels further, defeat strong enemies with a jump attack, and skip on water. Not only does the helicopter spin return in well-executed fashion, the other great gameplay features returning from the first two Donkey Kong Country games are well executed in this game. The great tag team mechanic, the team-up mechanic, the bonus rooms, the DK coins, the barrel throwing, the barrel cannons, and the animal friend system are all welcome returns in this game. On the subject of the team-up mechanic, I like this game's team-up mechanic more than the one in Donkey Kong Country 2 due to the increased variation. Dixie can throw Kiddy to break cracked sections of ground or floor, and can bounce Kiddy off a wall and jump on Kiddy to perform a team rolling attack. On a related note, Dixie looks cute as she carries Kiddy on her shoulders. Kiddy can move faster while carrying Dixie than Dixie can move while carrying Kiddy. In addition, if Kiddy throws Dixie upward and Dixie lands on a higher platform, both Kongs move to the higher platform. As a result, the team-up mechanic in Donkey Kong Country 3 is deeper than the one in Donkey Kong Country 2 and adds more strategy. Two great additions to the gameplay are the banana birds, collectible birds that look like partially peeled bananas with bird parts, and the missions that occur outside of stages. Some of these missions involve a family of anthropomorphic bears called the Brothers Bear. The bears play a variety of different roles in the game. Just to give a couple of examples, Bazaar runs a general store, and Barter runs a swap shop. The banana birds, the missions, and the Brothers Bear add depth, variety, and replay value to the game. Facilitating these additions is the freedom of movement on the main map and the world maps, as well as the ability to exit worlds without needing to beat the world's bosses. The game's graphics are even better than the already great graphics of the first two Donkey Kong Country games, and add to the game's gameplay, fun, and atmosphere. I will now talk about the stages. The stages are well designed, greatly varied, and challenging. The bonus rooms add depth and replay value to the game, and have an excellent song. The DK coins being guarded by armored crocodiles called coins, with a K, adds strategy and fun to collecting the DK coins, and defeating a coin, again with a K, is very satisfying. The environments are greatly varied and all greatly add to the adventure aspect of the game. The stages also have excellent songs befitting a comical adventure. My favorite stage songs are the Snow Song, the Riverbank Song, the Waterfall Song, the Pipeline Song, and the Cliff Song. I will now talk about the boss battles. The bosses have intimidating sizes, are greatly varied, are well drawn, and have an excellent song. The song fits the designs of the bosses, the attacks of the bosses, and the overall atmosphere of the game. My favorite bosses include a giant spider named Arik and Barbos, a giant lurchin. Lurchin being a sea urchin-like species in the game. Before I go into my final battle and ending discussions, I just want to explain how the game ends. There are two endings, the standard ending and the true ending. The standard ending completes the main story and is immediately preceded by the final battle of the main story. The true ending is not immediately preceded by a battle, but requires completing a battle only accessible after completing the main story. I will now talk about the final battle of the main story, which takes place in Castle Chaos, is my favorite battle in the game, and has my favorite song in the game. The final battle begins with Chaos, the robot who is seemingly the new leader of the Kremlings, returning from Mekanos for a rematch against the Kongs. The rematch ends in a funny and intentionally anticlimactic way, and Chaos's broken body is taken away by a crane hook. Shortly afterward, it is revealed that Chaos has actually been controlled by K. Rool, who this time uses a mad scientist alter ego named Baron K. Rulenstein. After a funny exchange of words between K. Rulenstein and the Kongs, my favorite part of the final battle begins. I love the K. Rulenstein part because of K. Rulenstein's helicopter pack, the electricity that covers the floor and is generated between the two large bulbs in the room, and the great blend of combat and platforming resulting from the electricity, platforms, and ceiling levers. The excellent song, Big Boss Blues, fits the laboratory setting and the electricity, goes well with a final battle, and goes well with a fight against a dangerous scientist. I also love the humor of the K. Rulenstein battle, specifically K. Rulenstein's shouting and arm flapping, and K. Rulenstein getting electrocuted. After the battle, the standard ending begins, and it is a great ending. Chaos's body reappears and Donkey and Diddy emerge from it, after which it is revealed that they have been used to power Chaos. Dixie reuniting with Donkey and Diddy is heartwarming and satisfying, and the words spoken by Donkey and Diddy are charming and heartwarming. Dixie and Kitty preparing to gang up on Cranky is funny, as is Cranky trying to stop them by saying, "You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would ya?" The cast of characters segment is great because of the great and triumphant song, the cast being a great retrospective of the journey, and the photo album style of the segment. The photo album style adds to the retrospective aspect and adds a feeling similar to nostalgia felt while looking through a real photo album. The credit sequence is great because of the great use of the bonus room song and the great use of the giant musical instrument from the opening to show the credits. Before I talk about the true ending, I would like to say that the rematch against Baron K. Rulenstein, which is in the optional world Krematoa, is a fun and challenging battle. In addition, the song Big Boss Blues fits very well in the battle, and the setting, K. Rulenstein's personal submarine Nautilus, is a great setting for a battle. Now I will talk about the true ending. The banana birds carrying Dixie and Kitty to the bird's mother, the banana bird queen, is cute, and the birds freeing the queen from her imprisonment is heartwarming and satisfying. It is exciting to watch Dixie, Kitty, and the queen chase K. Rulenstein, who himself is driving Funky's hovercraft in the scene. The chase ends in a satisfying way with the queen dropping a giant egg on K. Rulenstein, defeating him once and for all. Dixie and Kitty knocking on the egg is funny, as is Cranky's water skiing in the background, which ends in a funny way with him and Funky crashing, and Cranky surfacing near the kids and holding a "The End" sign. Overall, Donkey Kong Country 3 is my favorite entry in the Super Nintendo's Donkey Kong Country trilogy, and is a strong game due to its excellent graphics, greatly varied gameplay both in stages and outside of stages, excellent soundtrack, and challenging and greatly varied stages. That concludes my review of Donkey Kong Country 3. Take care.